Hello! So this is Chapter 2, Module 4, and there is one question for this video assignment. So let's get underway. So the question was, describe how the chanson evolved into the sonata da chiesa. And so I have a chart pulled up here, and it all started in 14th century to 15th century, where it was just a chanson, and the main definition, a basic definition for this would be a French song, and it was written specifically just for vocal works, and instrumental stuff came on in the future. It was mostly just vocal works for this time being. When we get to the 16th and 17th century, we have the canzona, which is instrumental chanson, and it is broken down into three sections within the piece, and we get a form developing here, and this form would be ABA, and they like to use meters to differ the sections. And so we start with A with duple meter, and then B goes to triple meter, and then it returns back to A in duple meter. Another important part of this was in the A section, it was contrapuntal. And what that means is that there are multiple different melodies happening. You can think of it as you have different sections of the ensembles playing important melodies. They have their own main melodies within each section, and they're all equally important. And we get to the B section, and it becomes homophonic. And what that means is that there's only one important main melody happening with accompaniment behind it. And then it returns back to A, and we have contrapuntal again. In the 17th century, we develop into the early sonata da chiesa, and it's still in three sections, but in this part it does not have meters to distinct the three sections. Instead, we have tempo or pacing happening. And so instead of having duple, triple, duple, it is now fast, slow, fast. But it's still the same with contrapuntal, homophonic, contrapuntal. We then get into the late 17th century to the early 18th century, and it develops more. From three sections, we now have four sections, and we don't really have a distinct form set here. We don't have the ABA. Instead, we are just going to label them 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's still based on tempo and pacing. Instead of starting with fast, though, it starts with slow. And with there being 4, it goes slow, fast, slow, fast. And that is how it came to be from a chanson to sonata da chiesa. Thank you, and I will see you next week.